Taiwan stands as a vibrant democracy in East Asia, a stark contrast to its authoritarian neighbour China. The island nation boasts a democratically elected government, a robust economy, and a thriving civil society. Its people enjoy freedoms unheard of on the mainland, with open elections, a free press, and an independent judiciary. Taiwan's very existence as a free and democratic society stands as a challenge to the Chinese Communist Party's narrative of one-party rule. Despite facing constant pressure and threats from Beijing, Taiwan has persevered, becoming a beacon of hope and inspiration for those yearning for freedom and self-determination. Taiwan's journey has been one of resilience. From its early days as a Dutch colony to its time under Japanese rule, the island has constantly sought to forge its own path. The arrival of the Kuomintang in 1949, fleeing mainland China after the Chinese Civil War, brought about a new chapter in Taiwan's story. Under the KMT, Taiwan underwent rapid economic development, transforming itself from an agrarian society to an industrial powerhouse. However, the KMT's authoritarian rule eventually gave way to a burgeoning democracy movement. Through the tireless efforts of activists and reformers, Taiwan transitioned peacefully to a multi-party democracy in the late 20th century. This remarkable transformation solidified Taiwan's status as a model for democratic change in Asia and beyond. Today, Taiwan stands as a testament to the enduring power of democracy. Its people are fiercely proud of their hard-won freedoms and their unique identity. As Taiwan continues to chart its own course, it serves as a reminder that even in the face of adversity, hope and freedom can prevail. China's claim over Taiwan is rooted in a narrative of historical destiny and national rejuvenation, a narrative carefully crafted by the Chinese Communist Party to legitimize its ambition of reunifying Taiwan with the mainland. However, this claim crumbles under the weight of historical facts and international law. The CCP has never ruled Taiwan, not for a single day in its history. To claim Taiwan as an inherent part of China is to ignore the island's distinct history, culture, and the will of its people. The CCP's claim rests on the premise that Taiwan has always been a part of China. They point to historical ties, cultural similarities, and the fact that the majority of Taiwan's population are ethnically Han Chinese. While it's true that there have been periods of interaction and even rule by various Chinese dynasties over parts of Taiwan, these periods were often marked by conflict and resistance. Taiwan has never been seamlessly integrated into any Chinese empire. Furthermore, the CCP conveniently overlooks the fact that Taiwan was colonized by the Dutch in the 17th century, followed by a brief period of Spanish rule. Later, it was annexed by Japan in 1895 and remained under Japanese rule for 50 years. These historical episodes clearly demonstrate that Taiwan's fate has not always been intertwined with mainland China. The CCP's claim to Taiwan is further weakened by the fact that the People's Republic of China itself was only established in 1949. To argue that Taiwan has always been a part of China is to ignore the reality that the PRC as a political entity has never exercised sovereignty over Taiwan. Taiwan's story begins long before the arrival of Chinese settlers or European colonizers. The island's original inhabitants, the indigenous Austronesian people, have called Taiwan home for thousands of years. Their rich culture and traditions form the bedrock of Taiwanese identity, a testament to their enduring presence on the island. The arrival of the Dutch in the 17th century marked the beginning of Taiwan's entanglement with foreign powers. The Dutch East India Company, seeking to establish a trading post in East Asia, saw Taiwan as a strategic location. They established a colony on the island, exploiting its resources and engaging in trade with China and other Southeast Asian nations. The Spanish, not to be outdone, also established a presence in northern Taiwan. For a brief period, the island became a battleground between these two European powers, vying for control of its strategic location and resources. However, the Dutch ultimately prevailed, driving out the Spanish and consolidating their control over Taiwan. The Dutch colonial period, though relatively short-lived, left a lasting impact on Taiwan. They introduced new agricultural practices, developed trade networks, and brought with them their language and culture. Traces of this Dutch influence can still be seen today, from the architecture of certain buildings to the remnants of Dutch language and customs in some communities. The Chinese Civil War, a protracted and bloody conflict that engulfed mainland China for decades, cast a long shadow over Taiwan's fate. The war, which pitted the ruling nationalist government against the rising communist forces led by Mao Zedong, reached a turning point in 1949. With the communists on the verge of victory, the defeated KMT forces led by Chiang Kai-shek fled to Taiwan. The arrival of the KMT marked a pivotal moment in Taiwan's history. The island, which had been under Japanese rule since 1895, was handed over to the Republic of China, the KMT-led government. Taiwan became a refuge for the KMT, a place to regroup and plan their eventual return to the mainland. The KMT, determined to maintain their claim over all of China, established a one-party state in Taiwan, ruling with an iron fist. Political dissent was suppressed, and Taiwanese society underwent a period of rapid sinification, as the KMT sought to erase Japanese influence and instill a Chinese national identity. The 1949 division of China created two separate entities, the People's Republic of China on the mainland and the Republic of China in Taiwan. The Chinese Communist Party, having emerged victorious from the Civil War, claimed sovereignty over all of China, including Taiwan. The KMT, on the other hand, maintained that they were the legitimate government of all of China, with Taiwan as their temporary base. This division, born out of conflict and ideological struggle, continues to shape the relationship between mainland China and Taiwan to this day. The legacy of the Chinese Civil War is deeply ingrained in the psyche of both sides, fueling mistrust, animosity, and the enduring dream of reunification, albeit on vastly different terms. Like and subscribe for more